This is David from Madman.TV here. I am here with the co-trainer for Callum Simpson, Wayne Woods. First of all, congratulations on Callum's win. How are you feeling?
Yeah, buzzing, mate. Thank you for congratulating us on win. Yeah, mate, full team's buzzing, you know. We were out 3 weeks ago in Sheffield, headline in Sheffield. We got the phone call. It's professional, we stay ready. So we turned up and again, put another great performance in, you know, and entertain fans, didn't we? And that's the main thing, we got the win and that's it, we move on to Oakwell.
And obviously, you know, like Callum took the fight on 3 weeks' notice, right?
Yeah.
How much of a challenge is it to get a fighter ready for 3 weeks' notice, especially an opponent that like Elvis?
Listen, Callum, it's not hard to get Callum ready. Callum's an ultimate professional. He boxed the Saturday, he had the Sunday off, I think. He were back in the gym Monday. His weight were right, he diets anyway, you know, he eat a little bit extra and put a little bit on, but not major. We get a phone call a couple of days after his fight and it's one of them, you know, what's your weight like, are you fit? Well, yeah, I did a round and a half, let's go, you know. And if you're the ultimate professional, we don't do camps, we stay ready, don't we?
100%. And do you think that's been part of his success, not just tonight, but also throughout his career so far?
Yeah, listen, all that's asked of Callum, it does, you know, from his S&C to his rest, to his training, to his nutrition. His nutritionist there tells him to eat a packet of Uncle Ben's rice. So yesterday, after he was going to refuel, he went to Nando's. He went, I don't want your spicy rice, can you warm that up for me? He went, no. He goes down the street, gets it warmed up and comes back and eats what his nutritionist said. If we put it on paper, he does it, you know, and that's the whole part of it. He believes in his team, he believes in what we say, and you know, that's the way forward. And he's a role model to all these young professionals that are in and around our gym. So if they can take a little bit of what he does, you know, again, sky's the limit for them as well.
And obviously, before we talk a bit more about the fight and the supporters, I want to talk a bit more about that, him being a role model for the people at the gym. Like, how is he around people at the gym? Obviously, here in the media, you know, like he's very, you know, well thought of, you know, he's a very popular fighter amongst, you know, the media here. So what is he like around, you know, fighters, you know, at the gym, perhaps those who are like coming up, you know, the ranks?
Listen, Callum's there, he sponsors a couple of young kids in gym, supports them all, he gives them pointers. What you see with him here in front of cameras and fight night and fight week and how calm and collected he is, and just a pleasant person, he's like that with everybody. The young kids in the gym, he'll take an arm around them, listen, if you do this, he'll show them stuff, you know. He goes out of his way to go to small hall shows, he goes out of his way to go to amateur shows, so you can't knock him, he supports everybody because he knows what it's like. Without that support, you don't get on these stages, so with that support, it helps you. So he repays them. So what he does, mate, he's an ultimate role model, honest to God he is.
Absolutely. I want to talk a bit more about the fight itself and what were some of the challenges that he had to face against a guy like, you know, obviously Elvis fighting in the UK for the first time, you know, seeing, you know, obviously here, like not many people would know about Elvis. Like, what were some of the challenges that he had to face in order to win tonight?
Listen, you know, you only can see small clips. He's come from Ghana. We don't really know much about him. So sometimes you've got to adapt on the job. You know, he's throwing big left hooks, big wide hooks. You've got to stay calm, collective, you know, keep your shape, you know, and not take one of them shots and, you know, make a slip up against a kid that everybody thought he should be beating. But he come and he give a tough fight and give a good account of himself. So, you know, it's just about adapting on the job. You know, if you've got limited, you know, if we can't find much on him, you know, to go on and, you know, so he just done what he needed to do, mate. He adapts and that's it.
And obviously his second win of the year already. So,
yeah.
So like you can imagine already 2 fights this year as well. Obviously there's talks now, I believe it's been confirmed that he's going to fight at Oakwell.
Oakwell, yeah, that's the one in the summer. Oakwell, sell Oakwell out, open full stadium, and yeah, let's make a massive night of it. Listen, a good kid, a good role model, not just for people in Barnsley, you know, for the whole country. If you can not all take a little bit of Callum and be that 1% better, country will be a better place, you know what I mean? So yeah, he's just an overall good role model, mate.
Absolutely. And who is on his radar, or do you guys have any fighters on the radar yet, or are you going to keep that on the wraps?
Listen, that's not to do with me. That's to do with his manager and his promotional team. I won't say no names. You know, Callum says the names. His manager says the names. His promoter does. That's what they're to do. I'm just there to help out with what I need to help out with, and that's it. I keep out that side of it.
Oh, absolutely. And I want to talk a bit more about the supporters here as well. The supporters here today for Callum Simpson have come in force, have come in numbers. We've seen, you know, like people, I believe they've been taking the coach down from Yorkshire to get here as well. I want to talk, how important have they been in terms of his career so far?
Oh, listen, without that Barnsley faithful, mate, you know, without the fan base, you don't go nowhere in boxing. And Barnsley have got behind him massively, everybody. But he goes to the games, he goes round Barnsley, he hand delivers his tickets. You know, they're not fans, they're friends. And that's what it is, the friends now. He knows them all by name, you know. So yeah, listen, without them, you can't do what he does.
And what is it about people from Yorkshire that they get behind their fighters? Because, you know, like you see like cities like Newcastle, they get behind, you know, people like in the city, and obviously I know every city gets behind their own people, but what is it about Barnsley in particular and the people of Barnsley that makes this even like special?
Listen, it's not just Barnsley, it's all of Yorkshire. You know, Callum's got that with Barnsley, but Dalton Smith's got that with Sheffield, Josh Warren's got that with Leeds. Us Yorkshire people are passionate people, and we back us own, and that's what it is. You got that passion, you back your own.
Absolutely. And one last thing, any message that you'd like to give to anybody that's supported throughout the camp as well? I've seen like you got a couple of sponsors here as well.
Yeah, listen, we always thank his sponsors. Yes, thank all his sparring partners, the rest of his coaching team, the fan base, the promotion, you media people. Just thank everybody. Listen, without everybody plays their part in boxing, and we appreciate everybody.
And on that note, we really appreciate your time. Thank you very much, and I can't wait to see that fight in Oakville get announced.
No worries, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers for that.